The guy who directed Underworld, a new writer too? Is the draw of Ana de Armas enough to bring in dedicated John Wick fans, or will the spin-off flop? Here's why fans are worried. When John Wick first arrived in theaters back in 2014, the Keanu Reeves vehicle turned out to be a breath of fresh air in a sea of middling action thrillers. The simple but effective revenge plot is emotionally compelling enough that it allows audiences to get behind Wick as he slaughters mobsters with varying degrees of brutality. Combined with killer direction from notable stunt coordinators Chad Stahelski and David Leitch, it's a rollicking movie that packs a genuine punch.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back!
From there, the franchise flourished as John Wick Chapter 2 arrived in 2017, and John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum swiftly followed in 2019. The third film raked in just over $327 million worldwide. So it's unsurprising that Lionsgate quickly gave Stahelski the green light to work on John Wick Chapter 4, which is set for release in 2023. And of course, there are also a few other John Wick projects in the pipeline, including a TV show revolving around the Continental Hotel and a spin-off movie known as Ballerina. The feature film will follow one of the ballerina assassins who briefly show up in Parabellum, and it's set to star Knives Out and No Time to Die alum Ana de Armas in the lead role. Lionsgate recently confirmed that the movie is supposed to start filming later this year, but John Wick fans are already worried about the spin-off. Of course, the news that Ballerina is set to start filming later this year obviously has some fans excited about diving back into the John Wick universe, but others are concerned about who's attached to the project. The film is directed by Len Wiseman, who's best known for helming two of the Underworld movies, as well as Live Free or Die Hard and the 2012 remake of Total Recall. The middling quality of these movies has fans skeptical about what's ahead in the next chapter of the Wick-verse. As one Reddit user recently posted, "I like Underworld, but those movies got worse and worse. These guys on the same project screams mindless action movie." Meanwhile, another user voiced their concerns about the involvement of John Wick Chapter 3 and Army of the Dead writer Shay Hatton. They said, "Hatton and Wiseman films are not typically films I get hyped about. I liked John Wick 3, so if the fourth one is solid, Hatton may have found his niche. But Hatton in combination with Wiseman gets me worried." However, it's entirely possible Wiseman has changed his directing style since Underworld, and a good example of his better work is a live-action Swamp Thing series. He served as a director for the first 2 episodes, as well as an executive producer on the series, so it's entirely possible that he could bring some interesting flair to Ballerina. Regardless of how you feel about Wiseman's involvement, the John Wick series has been solid so far, so there are many more reasons to be excited about Ballerina than there are to worry. First and foremost, Ana de Armas has firmly established herself as one of the most exciting actresses working today, and fans have come out in full support of her casting. As one Redditor says, "I would watch this woman do her taxes." But it's not just Redditors showing some love towards de Armas. On Twitter, one user wrote, "Ana de Armas is starring in the John Wick spin-off Ballerina. That's all the information that I need about the project. I'm sold."
It's like destiny that we were meant to meet.
No doubt part of that excitement came from the actress's role in No Time to Die, in which she played a gun-toting CIA agent. Many people seem to see her casting as an extension of that action-packed role. One, for example, tweeted, "Hollywood, remember the fun part of that James Bond movie? Alright, how about we do a whole movie about that?" It's important to note that since it hasn't even begun filming, we're not going to see a Ballerina trailer for some time. Clearly, there's still a lot left to be revealed about this latest project, and for now, it might just be best to keep an open mind. After all, if any franchise can pull off a pleasant surprise, it's John Wick. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more Looper videos about your favorite movies are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.